second buck ever with a bow.
First gun kill I felt for me.
My first deer ever with the bow.
What an emotional roller coaster. Highs and lows, and right back to the highs. Oh my gosh.
On to Dusk outdoors.
See what happens. Let's go do it.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to this year's Dawn to Dusk Outdoors. We are season 2 here at Dawn to Dusk, and what a crazy year we've had. It's been a good learning year for everybody. We brought on 4 new guys on the pro staff: Cody DeClark, Chris Weary, Kyle Thays, and Corey Thays. So we got 2 brothers on the pro staff, and like I said, it was a crazy year. It was a good learning year for everybody. Quite a few guys on our pro staff actually tagged out this year. I think we had 4 guys tag out and shoot bucks. Not all of them got on film, but we will go into that later in the year. We'll show you some more episodes here coming up in the next couple weeks. But for the first year here that we had with all them guys, it was definitely fun. Mm-hmm. It's cool to bring on new guys onto our pro staff. We got a lot more footage, a lot more cool experiences. We also had our first ever archery shoot this year. And that was a pretty good time. What do you think?
Good turnout. All the guys. It was first year, so it'll only get bigger every year. But
so yeah, that's going to be our annual party. I guess you could say we like to invite anybody who wants to come out and shoot. So let's get into some hunts from this year. Right away we're gonna take a look at Hailey's doe hunt from back in October. So we'll show you that right now.
All right, well, it's October 5th in Door County, Wisconsin. It's about 60 degrees. It's nice and cool. Good day for hunting, so hopefully we see the big 7 that we've been trying to track. We've had a few pictures of him from the past few years, so hopefully he makes an appearance tonight. And stay tuned, you're watching Dawn to Dusk Outdoors. But there are a few does in the food plot over there, so if a mature one makes her way over here, we might try to take at least one of them, so we'll see what happens.
She turns broadside. You should just shoot her. Wait for her to get broadside. Found her? Yeah. Just watch her, watch her.
Just shot at my first doe. My first deer ever with the bow, so we're gonna give her a few minutes and then maybe we'll go down and check and see if we have any blood down there, but I'm pretty excited. I'm still shaking. Alright, well, we headed back home and we reviewed the footage, and it looks like I hit it a little farther back than I initially thought, so we gave it some time, and we're gonna go head back out before the rain comes, so we'll see what happens.
So, hey, nice job.
Alright, so here she is. We found her. We looked over the footage, saw it wasn't quite the best shot, so we were giving it some time. Then we noticed some rain on the radar, so we gave it an hour and a half, came back, looked for it. So in this situation, it was better to be cautious. We didn't know exactly where the arrow went in. It was debatable, so down to Dusk Outdoors, chasing the dream.
Well, that was a pretty awesome experience, being able to be there for someone's first deer. I know that you were there for my first deer too, and as you know, I mean, it's pretty exciting. And what was awesome about it too is that her dad was able to come out and help us find this deer. And we were kind of in a rush because the rain was on the way and we weren't sure of the shot, so we gave it as much time as we possibly could before we went back out there, as Hailey said. And we ended up finding the deer right where we last saw it on camera. So to touch on, as you could see, what we were sitting in is the mighty redneck stand. Those stands are incredible. I know I have one, Jeremy has one.
Yep, and I'm purchasing another one this summer for another spot we cleared out, and I'm planting some food plots, and they're just a game changer. You can bow hunt out of them, you can gun hunt out of them. They conceal your scent. You can, if you know, in the middle of rut, it's raining out, bad weather, you can get in there and sit and not have to worry about getting rained on. If your camera, your equipment's safe. I mean, there's just a lot of benefits to hunting on them.
Yeah, those rednecks they're a little pricey, but guess what? They are worth it. You're talking staying warm out of the weather. A lot of people say it's cheating, but it's all about comfortability and being able to make a good, ethical, clean shot on an animal. And that's a stand that you're going to be comfortable in. And to mention, we got these stands from Scott Finnendale, Extreme Custom Food Plots. And if you don't have time to go out and purchase one and set it up and all that kind of stuff, he will do that for you. That's his little business that he has, Extreme Custom Food Plots. He will go set up the stand for you. He's got all the equipment. He does food plots. He can make lanes for you. So give Scott a call for anything that you need dealing with that kind of situation. He's the guy to talk to. I know that's who you'll be buying your next redneck from. So now we're going to move into talk about a little bit from South Dakota. Jeremy and I were lucky enough to draw tags and be able to go hunt out in South Dakota this year. And that was a blast. I mean, we went out there last year. Last year was my first year. Jeremy, you've been going out there for quite a few years,
Yeah,
right?
This last year was my 5th year.
So he kind of knows what's going on out there, which is nice for a guy like me who doesn't remember all the roads and stuff like that. We just ride with Jeremy and he knows where he's going. So we went out there with a couple guys. We actually went out there with the inventors of the guillotine, Keith Zimba and John Folks and Kurt Duxbury, them guys. Great group of guys, fun to hunt with, and we were with a few other guys too that just made it so memorable. But we'll show you a little bit of footage here, and I'll let Jeremy talk about his encounter out there. I did not shoot anything out there this year. I did last year, but this year I did not. And we'll talk about Jeremy's hunt here. He was pretty successful this year, so I'll let him talk about it.
Yeah, so we had 9 or 10 guys again this year. Overall, I think we shot like 6-7 bucks and a few does, and I shot my nicest buck that I've shot in the 5 years I've been going there. So here he is. Like we said, we're out in South Dakota in the Black Hills archery hunting. Opening was Saturday. It's Wednesday today. It's a gorgeous buck, real heavy, nice rack. It's got one brow. It doesn't have a split on this G2, but you can't really complain. This is a great buck for archery, public land, do-it-yourself hunt. We don't have the actual stock or anything on camera. We've tried a few this week already, but it's so hard out here. As you can see in the background, there's, it's a lot of open big hills, and it's hard to get at these things. And when you have a second person and you're trying to camera it, and we've had some busted stocks already because we were trying to film. And
and this one was a long ways away from where we classed him this morning, so we weren't going to haul the equipment and stuff. And actually Tyler stayed back, and I just went, and I was on probably a good hour and a half, 2-hour stalk. I shot this one at 55 yards, so and he didn't go too far. He went probably about 80, 90 yards probably, so we gave him a good hour and a half to sit. So now we are up on a big hill, so now we got to do some packing out. We got a little bit of work ahead of us here now, so, but it's well worth it. So dawn to dusk outdoors, getting her done.
It was a great hunt. We had some inclement weather the very first few days we were there, a lot of fog, a lot of rain, which makes it the toughest to hunt out there. But what was nice was after the fog lifted the first day, we got footage of a few nice bucks, and the biggest buck in the group we had nicknamed Willie, dark chocolate, big rack, and we actually chased him for, what was it, 3, 4, 5 days, and then I was actually lucky enough to harvest that buck, not knowing it was that buck in the particular moment when I shot him, and it ended up being him, the one we were chasing for half the week, so it was pretty cool. It was one of the most memorable hunts I'll probably ever have.
Well, thanks for watching this week's episode, and we'll be back here next week to show you another hunt that happened this year. We'll look at McCain's buck that he shot this year, and a few other little episodes that we want to bring you in the future. But we appreciate you watching, and we'll hope to see you next time here on Dawn to Dusk Outdoors.